Hello, hello. Oh my goodness, it's been a minute. I would like to share real quickly, for those of you that do watch the Starseed Ascension show, that show that was supposed to air tonight live has been canceled. Unfortunately, our producer, is out sick today, and so we can revisit that later. But essentially, it is the anniversary of my car accident and profound out of body experience. And so I was going to speak to that a little bit and then also share some galactic messages and ascension messages. And I did want to share some of those messages now that I intended to share on this YouTube channel the other day and just haven't gotten around to it yet. And so here are the messages. One of them is that we have reached a turning point. So there's no going back. We are on the early stages, of course, of the age of Aquarius, the golden age, um, enlightenment, all of that. But the foundation is here, and now we must build upon it. And while that's true, there are two things that are happening. So one is that we have this massive shift and massive transformation taking place. And that's, what everybody that's listening here has been going through, moving through, and shifting through. So you're doing it, right? And while that's happening, simultaneously, there is massive resistance to the changes that are occurring, happening too. Okay. So almost like two worlds happening. So needless to say, there is still bridge work to do. Now, the angelic realm did come through earlier, and they were just expressing gratitude. Like, thank you so much for everyone, all of the work that you guys are doing, and the support that you're giving to one another. Um, and like even sharing your esoteric truth and wisdom. And so, not in a way that it's saying this is the way, but hey, how did you navigate this? That kind of thing. So, there was a lot of love and gratitude coming through. So, I just wanted to extend that. You're loved and appreciated for sure. Um, Message from the Arcturians. Now, like I said, this was a few days ago, but they reiterated the increased contact that's coming up and occurring. Okay. Um, the Galactics will be visiting, so even beyond Arcturians, will be visiting some in the dreams. So some will be having first experiences. Now, that doesn't mean that everyone will have an experience through the dream space, but just know that that's happening too in the dream space. And so this could also be through your meditations, channelings, or just whatever way that you normally connect. But some of you will be receiving this contact through dreams and for the first time. So hearing information or receiving information doesn't have to be hearing, as we know. Sometimes they show through visual demonstration or downloads or knowings, but receiving more information about themselves and their role. I was told, look for symbols, and the symbols, well, I'll speak to that in a moment because they gave me like specific language to share. Um, so do not fear the unknown was another message that was coming through, and that there is a lot of love and support in place. So it is a design. Um, and we do reach a very significant milestone this year. So they shared that, because sometimes, I mean, I call them ascension carrots. It's not to take us out of the present where our power is, or to keep us from like waiting to this perfect moment to experience joy and to have fun and to relax and to play. But sometimes that will come through just to know that there is a bigger picture. And so, like, these are kind of significant checkpoints that can come up in that larger picture, on a collective scale. So, apparently, one happening this fall, I have noticed just from these messages occurring in the past that sometimes and oftentimes they can be parallel to an astrological event. So I'm not sure, but early September is kind of the time frame I was given. Now, that's not to say there's not going to be little milestones all along the way. I just heard share that they're happy milestones too, the little ones too. Um, Okay. So this is what was coming through in addition to that, and the way in the language. Love being shared from the other side too. We are loved by all. The all is one. We have recently visited some of you in dreams. Some of you will be downloading sacred symbols that are ready to be seen. And these are symbols from a more elevated state of consciousness. So some of these symbols will be experienced for the first time. These will assist with activations and all sorts of information that wants to come through. And there may be more to that, but that's the way that they shared and intended for it to come through. And I'll be on tomorrow to do a live channel in Tap In, but first wanted to just share what we have going on right now. All right. Much love.